So this is a leg. Yes, an alternative leg for someone who's lost their legs. This is the other leg, and these are other legs that you're more familiar with seeing. But what you've got here, these are the Bluetooth super duper turbo legs. They are the Bentley of legs. Now, we're here with, as you can see, the Playboy, Colum, and he's just going to tell us a little bit about the world of legs, I guess. So, Colum, what are these legs? And more specifically, why don't you use these legs?
Okay.
And
the computer legs.
they're what?
You call them C legs for computer. C, they're computer legs. And you need to charge them. It takes about 2 hours to charge, and you need the Bluetooth information into them about, for example, there's a yield on the knee, and so if you stick your heel down, it releases the knee to move forward in that sort of motion. And I haven't looked at them that long. I can't actually remember all the information about them anymore, but I don't use them because they're twice as heavy and they're a different skill set. Now, if you have longer levers, which I don't on my right side.
Longer
legs, longer levers, longer residual limbs, or you could use the unpopular term stumps, which sounds a bit flumpy. I don't like that.
No.
So
I don't like that word. No, that stumps. It's a bit like
it sounds a bit crude
Uncouth,
and
yes.
rude.
uncouth.
Yes.
So you've got
But
what you've got part of that leg there.
yeah.
But your other leg.
Well, I'm quite high. I've only got about 3 inches on my other side. So to power something like this, and what you need to do is you need to actually flick this knee forward. You need to flick it forward, and to do that with 3 inches is not easy.
Oh, I see. With only 3 inches on your pubic, on your so-called. So where your
Hip bone.
3 inches on my femoral
Femoral,
bone.
right.
So
is it because it's sore then if you put it on? Because it can rub and be sore.
it's just very draining and
Exhausting.
I would lose about a stone in a week.
Using these trendy legs.
Yeah.
And how much are legs like this?
How much? They're about 40 grand each.
£40,000 each.
Yeah, and they've been sitting in my wardrobe for a couple of years. I'll never wear these, ever. They're an incredible piece of kit, but for the right person, and I'm not the right person to wear these.
And why do you? I mean, when I met you the other day, you were walking in these, which are obviously as basic as you could get from what I can see. I know nothing about false legs, but why do you like them so much?
Because they're much lighter, and they're you call them long leg stubbies. And
Long leg stubbies.
stubbies, that's what they call them in Headley Court. So long leg stubbies, and it's just you can mess around. You can, for example, you can move side to side. You have more variety. Where these ones, you're either going back or forward, and it's quite difficult to
Maneuver.
basically the longer the legs you have left, the easier it is to control. And if you I would not do too well with these legs.
Do you think there's many people that have been issued these, let's say, Superman legs and aren't using them?
It depends. Most people in Headley Court who are bilateral, which is what I am, would prefer them long leg stubbies, but Headley Court want to leave you, like, you go to Headley, you get your rehab, and they want to leave you with sea legs, because that's the main package they want to give you. And to be honest, I didn't have the drive or even the drive. I didn't see the point in devoting, it wasn't in me. I wasn't going to kid anyone that I still had my initial leg, so I really couldn't. I'm not that vain or aesthetically interested.
Because they are
They're incredible. They're an incredible piece of kit, but they're not. They're difficult and they're heavy, and they can actually get damaged if they get wet and all. And so there's a lot of bullshit with them, and then there's a lot of messing around. Like you need to change the foot a couple of mil from time to time, and it's just a lot of nonsense. And
they've obviously taken ages to develop, you know, and be designed, but they're not.
They're good for the right person, but I'm not the right person to have them. But they still give me a set anyway. So.
No, it's very interesting. You don't like the sexy legs.
I don't. They look good. You can wear trainers, but it's pretty irrelevant. You know, if you
have to bung them on eBay then.
I don't think so. I think there'll be a little license number on them somewhere that wouldn't let me do that. So.
Yeah, I know.
But they'll sit down if I guess they're in the closet.
It's really funny opening your wardrobe there, and you got your uniform, your beautiful red uniform, and then hidden behind the back of some sort of rucksacks is these £100,000 worth of leg wear, and you're using the sort of $9.99 legs. I think that's. Are they easy to put on, those legs?
Yeah, a lot easier to put on.
How'd you put them on then?
You want me to show you?
Yeah, show us how you put your legs on. I mean,
it means I need to get down in the mound well, which is probably the whole point of it, is it, Duncan?
Well, Louise said when we came round, he says, any chance of him, you know, taking some of his kit off?
That.
She is very sexually, you know. No, so oh, I see. That's the. I didn't. No, I genuinely didn't realise.
And I just went to the toilet, and there you go.
No, we're not interested in that.
Make sure you get that stain.
No. It's, I'm dead seriously. So that's what you call a.
Yeah, well, imagine powering that with something that size, and there's not a lot of muscle there because I get hit on the backside, and it's you know, the muscle goes the whole length. For example, the whole length of here to your knee. There's a muscle, and
there's a whole length of muscle where?
Well, they're like strings, pieces of strings that stretch, and they obviously attached, and so.
Oh yes. Sorry, I'm being.
It goes to your knee, and they've done their best to tie off what was left with what was left. Did you understand?
Yes.
So there's not as much muscle there that I can train even because there's so little of it. For example, this is to my knee, and so that whole muscle is complete, but my calf is gone. So there's a lot of power there. I can still do things with that, but there's not a lot of muscle left in this, and so.
It's so interesting, Colum.
Well, it's like an elastic band, but they've had to tie off this elastic band of what was left, and that's a difficult thing to do. Where the new muscle started after the kneecap, and then you have tendons in your calf and all this kind of. So that's my power leg. I can do a lot with that. This I just drag around.
You just drag that. Yes, I
I
understand.
don't do what I can do with this, and so I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy for that.
You're happy you've got that, yeah.
Oh, this is everything.
This is the Bentley.
This is the 90%. You know, so it's. So you want me to show you how I stick these on?
Yeah. Show us what the.
So.
That is just.
This is
incredible.
Is your phone going to go
to
flat?
See.
Okay, no.
Well, it's just a wobbly interview. This is what I do. I don't use posh interviews, and he doesn't use posh legs.
Okay, so this is what am I sticking on here? What is that? Can't remember what it's called. Can't remember. It's escaped.
It's okay.
But I basically wrap that round here for good suction. Stick a pin. That pin goes in there. Then you tighten up with a coin.
Come on, come on.
No, it's fine. I'll get one. Or a spoon, because you never know when you're going to need a spoon.
When you're going to need a spoon. And the spoon is what you use to...
You can use anything. Anything that's hard, metal.
So I understand now that that leg's got very little to sort of hang on to.
What you need to do, you need to have a... I forget what you call it.
Like a suction, no.
Yeah, it just rolls on, and then you have a pin, and then you screw the pin into the leg. So then you get this. It's got a little button here. And then
incredible.
You pull yourself into this one. So this is a suction pull. So
What's... Oh.
Then you put that in there. And then you pull yourself in. Like that. You suck all the air out. Just pull yourself in.
Oh, I see.
And then you
looks like a Sainsbury's bag.
yeah. Well, there you go. And that's it. And then I'm not going to walk for you. You don't need me to walk, do you?
Yeah.
You want me to walk?
Yeah, why not, man? We'll go down the cafe. No, well...
You want me to get up? You want to see how I get up?
Well, whatever. This is just a wobbly video about an incredible man. That's it. That's all it is.
I'll stick my shorts on.
You are.
And you are just unbelievable the way you...
Oh, gosh. You know how many people who lose their limb, what's the percentage that come out who can't cope? It must be so high. Or commit suicide.
You've got such an inner strength, Colum. It's just...
To see, you know,
you've just got... Colum, I only met you literally hours ago, really, at the swimming pool, and now you're doing all this in front of us as if... The thing is, you've got a raw inner strength. It's just fantastic, you know. It's
You just adapt.
You just what?
You just adapt. You adapt. Your brain adapts because you have the ability. Yeah.
So.
Do you think the 2 years at the Headley must have helped you a lot?
To be honest, the 2 years, nobody's going to help anyone. You can only help yourself. Yeah. So. Do you want to see me get up?
Let's see you get up.
Need any help?
No, I'm fine. Just like that.
Let's see you get up. Ready, steady. I don't know how you do it. Ready.
Like that.
Crikey. And how long does it take to learn to better get up at a speed like that?
About 6 to 9 months. Took me. Yeah.
God.
Because when you first stand up, it's like you need the confidence just to get your balance.
Yeah.
I've stuck this thing on now.
Do you put your legs on every day, Colum, or do some days you can't be bothered? How does all that work?
Well, when I go to the car, I stick them on because it's easy.
Stick them on.
I can walk about 2 kilometers in as long as it's flat, but I'll feel it that night.
You feel it, yeah.
You're basically walking in 2 kilometers with not very much on your right side, so it comes down to the rest of your body.
You're using the strength in all the other muscles, because obviously in this leg, like we saw, where there's nothing.
But it's, like I say, you make do with what you have, and this is it, and it's all good.
How do you feel when you're walking around on those legs? I
don't feel anything.
I don't mean feel in comfort. I mean feel in your soul. When you're walking down the road, do you feel proud? I can't explain it. It's like, how do you...
Proud?
Well, it's just incredible. Do many people come up to you and say...
No, how do I feel? That's a state of mind. I feel the way I do when I'm not wearing legs. Yeah. I feel the way I do when I'm with my son. It's such an innate. Yeah. It doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't mean anything.
No. And
I
what
just
about
feel-
what about when? I'm just asking you what I suppose. People obviously look at you, and do many people come up and say hello? How you doing?
Some people, yeah, but it's
See, I think a lot of people find it difficult. I think we need something out there that educates all of us how to say hello to people in a wheelchair or with a disability, because a lot of people just they'd like to talk to you, but they don't know what to say.
the around here they're very good.
They're good round here.
But anybody can come and have a disability, aren't they? At any time.
It's such a you know, it's there's no difference to even the way people behave. I guess if you project what do you call nonchalance about, and London's very good for that, because London people are very, like I said, transient. They just it's a very cool place where people are very accepting. It's very liberated. You get some kids who are like, and then you have a bit of crack with them.
But you're in quite an edgy part of London here. We're in Charlton, which is not trendy. It's very real here, isn't it? Very real. So I think it's probably a great place to live in a way.
It is, very industrial, working class.
Yeah.
And it's a great place. What can I say? You know.
Listen, I think it's just fantastic you've done that, and I know it's nothing, but it is
to us.
It is to us. It's a. I think this is the new YouTube hit. How to put your legs on. I don't know. It just makes you treasure.
Well.
Oh, fantastic, Colum. Fantastic.
I take them off again.
You can do what you want. There. You can. Oh, you're going to take them off now? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Do you feel?
No, it's just I'm being sitting in my wheelchair, and I don't want to be lording over you, while you're talking.
Oh.